What's up, everybody? I hope you're having a great day, because honestly, it should be a great day. Bleachers, which is basically Jack Antonoff, who produces music for Lorde and Taylor Swift, dropped his third studio album. If you don't know about Bleachers and you want to get caught up, there's a link in the description which contains a playlist I put together containing what I think are his essential songs that'll get you kind of warmed up to what he's about. I discovered him right before I discovered 21 Pilots, and I like him for very different reasons. He produces very carefree, fun, summer vibes, but also throws in an emotional track every now and again. And I'm honestly kind of a super fan of his. I've seen him twice live, and I have both of his other studio records on vinyl. The last album he dropped was 4 years ago, so this one's a long time coming. He really took his time with it. With that being said, I kind of just want to step into it and see what Jack Antonoff has in store for us, and get this going. Let's just see where he takes us on this journey. Okay, strings right off the bat. This is very different from anything else he's done. This is crazy.
She's here, but she's not just like her. I'm not home. Just like her, I'm not home. Just like you, I can't leave.
Okay, I had to pause it and pull up the lyrics to understand what's going on with this track, and it's like way more emotional than his other album starters. What I really like about this song is it's a feeling of a transition, like he's transitioning from one thing to the next, and he's kind of hesitant to let go. It's really powerful, just the sentimental feeling of this song and the strings. I love it. Let's keep going. I'm already kind of feeling misty-eyed. Like, if anyone knows me, the stringed instruments and the horn, like brass section, like those are my favorite instruments of all time. And so having this at the very beginning is just such a way to introduce the album, and honestly is so unexpected. I hope that there are more emotional tracks on this album, because he usually has one or two that really slow down. Wow. If you think about it, that song is really stripped back compared to his other music. There was no percussions from what I remember. It was all just strings. If you guys don't know, his sister did pass away from brain cancer when she was like 12 or 13. And so I think this is kind of referencing her, and his song, I Want to Get Better, which will be on the playlist below, is also about her. So I think this song does tie into that somehow. Very different way to start the album. Second song, I have heard this one. It's called Chinatown, and it features Bruce Springsteen. It's already just like bringing a smile to my face. So when he references Give Me That Big Red Light, just for your information, he worked on Green Light with Lorde from Melodrama, which, if you haven't heard Melodrama, one of my favorite albums, honestly, by Lorde. She's incredible, and she has a new album coming out, I think next month, which super excited about, but that might be a connection there. And then also, of course, he mentions Take the Sadness Out of Saturday Night, which is the name of the album, and it's literally in the lyrics right there, and I always think that's a fun nod when that does happen. Oh, it's so feel good. It's so feel good. I love it. Even though it's an incredibly sad song, it is so feel good. It's hitting. It is hitting. The strings are making a comeback. Man, so having that song follow 91, it's just like a 1-2 punch. And like I said, that song is very sad. Like, that song is all about like trying to comfort somebody when they're hurting, or like after a relationship, or even like you're breaking up with somebody, or you are broken up and you still feel for that person, so you're wanting to reach out and comfort that person still, but you know you can't because you're trying to heal. That really hits home. I honestly think we need a pick-me-up song now after this, which the next song is How Dare You Want More. And I've already self-declared this song as my summer anthem of 2021. Let's go ahead and throw that one on. How Dare You Want More, Bleachers 2021. This is more classic Bleachers for sure. Preacher, preacher calling from the floor. Hey! Like, this is so fun! This is so fun! I love it! Well, tonight we're gonna drown it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey! Oh! That resembles more of a classic album starter by Bleachers. I really liked that, but man, wow. What energy. The feeling of that was so fun. I can't help but to love it. So great. Next song, Big Life. This is brand new. This is uncharted territory. I haven't heard this one yet, so let's go. That is such a sad, like, sobering thought. I want to know what happens when we're bored in love. Ooh, you're with somebody, you're in a relationship, you're in love. You keep doing the same motions, the same cycles, but ultimately, you're tired of each other. That is something that I never hope happens to me. Yeah, that one was fun. I mean, it was very, very, very surface level, not a ton of depth there. He's looking for the right person, and he's wanting to find somebody to have this big life with. You know, the classic adventures when you're in a relationship and you're married and you have a house with a white picket fence and a dog and a kid and all these kind of things that are associated with beginning a big life with somebody. He's wanting to seek out that right person for him. Probably won't come back to it a lot because there's just not a lot there to unravel. But it is a fun song that I can definitely see myself playing in the car, driving on a road trip or something like that. All right, the next one I'm really excited about because it features Lana Del Rey, which is someone who I've been listening to a lot more recently, especially with her latest album. She has a great voice. Let's hit it. Ooh, Somber Feels. Somber Feels. There's Lana. Yeah, another pretty somber song. I think his vocals really did work with Lana Del Rey. She was more of the falsetto, like the high notes. He was bringing it down on the lower notes. I definitely have to be in the correct mindset to listen to it. I have to be in my room or something when it's pouring rain and I can hear the thunder in the background and I'm sipping on hot tea or hot coffee or something like that. That's where I see myself listening to this song and maybe like silently crying as well. Next one, Stop Making This Hurt. It's another one of those classic, you know, Bleachers bangers. I should copyright that, Bleachers bangers. Can that be my catchphrase? And you know what it says? Stop making this hurt! And say goodbye like you mean it. If this song is talking about the breakup and saying goodbye, but goodbye like you need it, not like you're gonna try to, you know, engage them in the future, but literally like this is goodbye, like this needs to be the end. So many times we go into it that way and we think, oh, this is the end, we're gonna say goodbye, but then you miss that person, you miss that companionship, you miss that friendship. So he's saying, no, say goodbye like you mean it. Let your words mean something. That's powerful. There's the album name drop again. I wanna run. Say goodbye like you mean it. Stop taking this hurt. Wow. Wow. Great song. That may be my favorite so far, and I feel like that is the equivalent of his Don't Take the Money, I Want to Get Better, Everybody Lost Somebody. Like, that's his huge, energetic banger of a song that is just ready for the radio. The next song is Don't Go Dark, track 7. We got 4 more. Let's go ahead and get the show on the road. Ooh, that's not what I was expecting. The little xylophone. Ooh, I like this one a lot, actually. Oh, I love it. I loved it. Wow. I haven't even been looking at the lyrics of this one because this one is just such a good feel-good one. Oh my gosh. I take it back. That might be my new favorite song on this album. That was great. Don't Go Dark. That was the perfect blend of like feel good, but also a deeper meaning. He was talking about carrying your chip on the shoulder and you keep playing to that. And he's just requesting that you don't let that affect your relationship with him. He wants to keep dialogue going. He wants to keep that friendship intact. Don't go dark on me. We're gonna stick this out. We're gonna remain friends. I really like that message. All right, the next one is called 45 by Bleachers. It was one of the initial singles that he dropped for this album. Let's see if it holds up. More of an acoustic vibe. So 45 is representative of the 7-inch vinyl. I think it's a 45. It holds just a couple songs. And so when he's saying we're spinning our 45, it's like maybe your song on the vinyl, like your love song, your song that defines the relationship, or one that you closely associate with the beginning stages of your dating life. And so that's a really sentimental statement. Let's throw on our 45. Let's take us back to that time that was really special, and that time where we really were starting to bud and form our relationship and friendship and love. That's really sweet. That's really sweet. Track 9, second to last, Strange Behavior. Oh, this one's gonna be sad, you guys. Oh man, so Crisis of Faith. Oh! Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, that was like a crisis of faith is what I was getting from that. It's like this girl that has been following this her whole life, and now she's just realizing that it's just a shadow and it's hollow. There's nothing there. And as somebody who has family members who have had crises of faith, that hits. That's hits. I almost cried, almost. Like that, I think that may have been the closest I've ever gotten to like crying on one of these types of videos. Just the simplicity of that, and just there's like almost like he has experienced the crisis of faith as well, but it's now just normalcy. Like he's accepted it. I think he did grow up in a Jewish background, a Jewish household, and so he has probably gone through something similar, especially with his sister passing at such a young age. I'm sure he questioned everything, as would I. And so that sets up the final song, What I Do With All This Faith. And like I said, he was a man of faith, I believe, growing up at least. And I feel like this is going to be a pretty heartfelt closer. Yeah, it's keeping the melancholy vibe.
Hear what I do is all I say.
It's almost like spoken word, like the way he's saying the words is so laid back and casual.
Hear what I do is all I say. Oh,
again, just a lot of talk about faith and a lot of talk about feeling lost in life. Ain't no faith can take your place. I don't know if he's talking about, a breakup situation, or again, maybe his sister passing away, where he feels as if even with all of the faith in God and being told that God can heal and God can restore, he still feels as though not all the faith in the world can heal what he's going through. Not all the faith in the world can take the place of his lost sister. What a really somber way to end this album. This is definitely a somber album. Take the sadness out of Saturday Night. That's the theme of the album, and I definitely feel like his previous works are a lot of sad stuff as well, but it's paired with an energetic sound palette. This one was a lot more stripped back and raw, I feel like. And yeah, the lyrics are pretty simplistic in a lot of the songs, but I feel like just the way that he presented himself and the way that he presented the information and the storytelling, it just felt a lot more real. Definitely not what I was expecting. I was expecting a lot more, fun vibes, and there definitely are some of that, but the ratio of like fun vibes to like melancholy music is like pretty close now. Like I said, if you want to get caught up in Bleachers and you want to understand more about the artist, there will be a link in the description for a Spotify playlist below. Check that out. If you want to support me further, there will be a link below for Buy Me a Coffee. It's basically a way to support me as a content creator on this platform. And for every person that tips me on Buy Me a Coffee gets a shout out in future videos. But overall, I want to hear your thoughts on the album as well. Comment below if you like Bleachers, if you've ever heard of him before. He's still pretty low key in the grand scheme of the celebrity artist spectrum, but he's definitely an artist that I gravitate to, and I like seeing this deeper side. With that being said, this has been Jake Allen. Thank you so much for listening along with me, and I will see you when I see you.